as we get set for Game 2 of the American League Championship Series, the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Indians. Batting order, Toronto Blue Jays, Game 2, Ezequiel Carrera leads it off. Josh Donaldson in the 2-hole. Edwin Encarnacion hits third, and then Jose Bautista in the cleanup spot. They have John Gibbons made a little switch here. Russell Martin's really struggled. They drop him to the 6-hole and move up Troy Tulowitzki. And Darwin Barney will be batting ninth today, playing second base. Devin Travis back in Toronto for an MRI on that painful right knee.
Well, it'll tell you a little bit about the insides of Josh Tomlin.
And the 3-1 grounded to second. Little in between Hop and Kipnis. Had no problem with it. One down. Kipnis again. 2 down. Payoff pitch hit up the middle. Try somebody else. Kipnis handles them all flawlessly. They go to the bottom of the first. For the Indians, Rajai Davis leading it off. Kipnis in the 2-hole. There's Lindor, who homered last night. Napoli hits cleanup. Carlos Santana, the designated hitter. Then Ramirez, Guyard, Chisenhall, who has hit safely in every game for Cleveland, and Roberto Perez is the catcher.
Some of the problems you run to this time of year is that starting pitchers will have a lot of rest.
So he prefers J-Hat. That ball is hit to left. And Carrera made the play. A little hesitation right at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch hit to center. Pilar, 2 down. Strikes out to end the first. We head to the second. Scoreless in Cleveland.
Give me the ball anytime he can.
On the ground in the hole, Lindor. What a throw. Did he hold the bag? Yes, he did. 1 down.
He got out a little early and then got stuck out there and couldn't stretch any further.
I don't think he stayed on. I think he's safe at first base. Got to challenge it. I would have gotten off the base, caught it, and just tagged Bautista.
On the ground again.
Second game.
On the ground, and this one's going to get through for the Blue Jays' first hit. And it comes from a guy who could really use it in Russell Martin. Strikeout number 1 ends the top half of the second. It's Game 2 in Cleveland on TBS. There's some pop to left. That ball is out of here. Carlos Santana with his first home run, his first run batted in of this postseason. Reached out and slapped it to second. Barney on the run throws him out. The 1-2 is grounded up the middle. Barney throws him out. But some second inning damage done by Carlos Santana. 19-foot wall. That went 20. Also playing short in junior college. There's a tapper third. That'll be easy for Ramirez. ALCS roster for Toronto. Up the middle for Barney. That's a base hit. And after going 0 for 8 this postseason, he breaks through here in the third. Grounded to short. 1 play for Lindor, and that's to first. 2 down. Line drive, right field, base hit. That's going to tie the game. Barney can score easily. Donaldson on his way to second, and he's in there with a sliding double. Josh Donaldson delivers and ties the game here in the third. He did. He bounced it, and that is ball 4. First and second now with 2 down. Got him swinging to end the third. But the Blue Jays tie things up. Last year's MVP coming up huge here in the third. All tied. 3-2. Missed inside. Perez draws a leadoff walk. On the ground to short. There's one. The speedy Davis beats the rap at first. Got that big oven mitt on the left hand. And there he goes immediately. Throw down by Martin's going to be late. That ball bounces away from Martin, and the throw to third will be late. The speed element coming into play here in the third in Cleveland. Kipnis waiting. In the air behind short. Carrera in and shallow left, and absolutely no chance for Davis to tag. 2 down. Line drive, base hit up the middle. And Cleveland's back on top.
Well, I think this Cleveland team just wants to get to second base.
There he goes, and the ball is grounded down the line at third. Fair ball. Donaldson throws across and gets Napoli. Rounder. Ramirez. One down. That inning was a scream for Tomlin. 3 up, 3 down. Head to the bottom of the fourth. The payoff. Strike 3 call, 1 down. His first time. And grounds this to second. Barney got him by a step.
Very hard to get a swing and miss. 3-2.
Well hit on 1 hop to second, and Barney will throw it out. 1-2-3 inning for Jay Happ. 4 innings in the books in game 2. Top half of the 5th inning, and look at that play by the former infielder, Josh Tomlin. That little slow dribbler up toward first, and he scooped it up and took it himself. Missing Barney here, who singled his last time and scored the Toronto run, but he takes a look at strike 3. 2 strikeouts in a 1-2-3 inning for Josh Tomlin, who is through 5. And the Indians lead game 2 by 1.
Let me just stay with him.
Well hit, base hit. Chisenhall. He struck him out. Toward second. Barney with a flip. There's one. Late at first. Gets away on the pickoff attempt, and Davis easily into second. Slow roller up toward first, and Encarnacion takes it himself. End of threat for Cleveland. 5 innings in the books in game 2. Donaldson swings at the first pitch from Tomlin. Lindor on the run, throws him out. Boy, that's a big out. The postseason. In the air, a mile high to center. Rajai Davis, 2 down. Bautista takes ball 4. It won't be Miller, not yet. Ryan Shaw was loosening with him. Listen to that crowd. Pitched in more games than anybody else in the American League. 2-2. Right back where it came from. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Cleveland still up 1.
Well, you know your scouting department is spot on. When you have a Rule 5 draftee and he's one of the most important parts of your bullpen.
Lindor goes down swinging, first out of the 6th for John Gibbons. Rounded to third, Donaldson. 2 up and 2 down. 8 years ago. He draws a walk with 2 down here in the 6th. On the ground to Barney. And that'll do it for the Indians in the 6th. It's still a 1-run game in game 2. Look who's on here in the 7th.
Postseason career numbers just.
And he strikes out Russell Martin. the side. Time to stretch in Cleveland, where the Indians lead it 2-1. Second inning of work. And the first pitch to Brandon Guyer, hit to left, where Carrera makes the play, one down. Chisenhall hit on the bullet. Barney made a nice play. Nobody on. 1-2-3 inning for Biagini. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, one down. Carrera on the ground to Kipnis. 2 down. Untouchable. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Drought.
Well, this is a great move by Gibbons to bring in Roberto Osuna. We know of his numbers. We tend to forget sometimes.
Advancing on a wild pitch and scoring on Lindor's single. Hit sharply to right, and Bautista on to make the play. And make that 0 for 4. 2 up and 2 down here in the 8th. The 1-2. Right back to the mound, and that's an easy inning for Osuna. We are through 8. It's a 1-run game. And he's 3 for 3 in save opportunities in this postseason, including last night.
But he's got to go through Encarnacion, Bautista, and Tulowitzki.
Breaking pitch, Steve Reich, 3 called, 1 down. 7 of the last 8 Blue Jays have struck out. To center field, Rajay Davis. Game over. The Indians lead it 2 games to none.